Hey everybody, still got my Big Bear California shirt on for the second day in a row, but go figure. If you don't get it really nasty, you know, one day that and don't get it all sweaty and grimy and all that, I say why not wear it a second day if it's especially if it's comfortable and um just adjusting the camera a little bit here. Hopefully it slid down just a little bit, but hopefully it won't fall off my monitor. It has many times before. You know what, guys? It's great having, hey, Texas, it's great having a small TV as your computer monitor. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. And, when you're not using it as the computer monitor, this one's a Roku TV, so I can watch, TV stuff or stuff that's on different streaming channels whenever I'm not, using it with the computer. Um, Sometimes I'm back here doing things, and if I don't have YouTube or something on, sometimes I want to watch one of those streaming channels like Shutter or something. So, yeah, like I was saying, it's great having this as my computer monitor, but then sometimes certain webcams, I guess, don't fit too good on top of it. And this Logitech one's one of them. I can't seem to get it tight enough on there where it won't periodically slide forward and slide off. Now, Steve's on the other hand, and he would probably tell me it's because I've got it too cramped back here, but his his fits just right on his, and he's got a small TV for his monitor too. But again, he'd probably tell me, well, you didn't need like a more expensive one. You should have got one like mine. But I can do settings with mine and make mine look better. And I'm having a hard time doing that with his. So anyway, great, Texas. Thank you for mentioning that. Sometimes, or a lot of times actually, I forget to check Prime. Um, Usually because I'm trying to find a for free version for just about everybody. And, I know a lot of people have Prime, but that was good to bring up because if people have Prime, and I need to start checking it anyway and say, for you people that have Prime, you can just go on Prime and find it. So I am very glad that you brought that up. I guess I'm just trying to explain away why I don't normally check that um, as often as I probably should. Um, so, of course, the movie tonight that we're going to be doing the watch along for eventually is Death Ball. I have I have this Blu-ray. This has a Blu-ray and DVD in it. Um, and so, this movie's there's probably not going to be a whole lot of difference between the DVD and the Blu-ray, but I just like, what the heck? I'll go ahead and put the Blu-ray in. Um, so I've got it loaded up about, in case some of you that are in here, it looks like we got 5 people in here, want to get it loaded up. And you can probably get the Amazon version or the Plex version. Word of warning though, if you use the Plex version, it's probably going to have some commercials in there. But I've got mine loaded up 10 seconds in. They're showing, like, as Steve would call it, the cityscape there. And I'm all ready to go when we get ready to press play. I also have the Plex link for it as well if anybody needs to use that one. I also have the link to join me live on the stream. In case anybody, at any point in time wants to come in here live on the screen, you don't have to decide at the very beginning. Barring it's not, as I always say, 2 minutes or 30 seconds or something before the movie's over. Now, I have popcorn for these watch-alongs and the drive-in movie nights. Now, you'll notice this is not my regular popcorn bucket. That's because yesterday, Steve and I, of course, went to see Boogeyman. And I cannot go to the movies without getting popcorn. So I have the remainder of my popcorn left from the movies. I'm like, as much as this stuff cost, I'm not going to waste it. So this is going to be my popcorn for the movie tonight. And I also have my 3D Liberty Pop energy drink to hopefully keep me awake. Now, I may have to step away to let Reggie in because it doesn't matter what time I do these streams, the dogs always have to go out. So, and then invariably they're going to have to come back in. So, hopefully, I won't have to get up too much. But if I do, apologies in advance that I may have to do that. Okay. So, I'm going to talk about, just to give you guys a refresher, and I'm going to try to make it quick because I just lost a person there. Again, some of these people might be drive-by people. They're just looking for something fun to watch, and evidently, maybe I'm not it on a certain night. Wasn't what they were expecting or whatever, and they just leave. Or people could be having internet trouble, and they could come back into the stream. See, it bumped back up to 5 now. I haven't heard anything all weekend from Uncle Bill, so I don't know. He could pop in here, could come live on the stream. I have no idea. I don't think I've heard anything from Uncle Bill since Friday. I think he may have been at the beginning of that drive-in stream, and that was it. And I haven't really heard from CK either. So he may pop in too, but from what CK tells me, he's busy, with doing things with family on the weekends generally, which I totally get that. And I see there's dance recitals and all kinds of things going on for Uncle Bill's kids, So there's things going on with them. It's June. It's, we're getting into the summertime season. And so anybody that's got kids is probably going to be doing a lot of things with their kids. And I understand that. And Uncle Bill does have children. So, he may be offline. He could be having internet trouble for all I know. Poor Uncle Bill has a lot of internet trouble. So may pop in. I don't know. Honestly, like I said, I haven't heard from him all weekend. So I don't know. And he's not under contract with me. He's not under any obligation to show up. Although I am pleased when he does show up, because when he's in here, I think he makes my streams better. Or when CK's in here, or when they're both in here, or when I have any other people on here, not just necessarily them, but it just makes it more entertaining. It's better than just me on here all the time. So that's why I say I hope, one or more people show up. And, there's a lot of people that used to come in on the streams on a regular basis, and they can't now because they're doing their own thing. And I totally respect that. I know Dirk does something on Saturdays, and Darren's in on that, and John is busy with things that he's doing. I think 2 or 3 different streams he works on. And people got jobs, they got kids, they got family, they got outside things, and so do I at times. I have to look at what this is fun, and I enjoy doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can do it. But sometimes there are certain things that take precedence over these streams. These streams, I don't know anyone personally that this is a living for them, even if they're monetized. I don't know anybody that makes their living by doing these things. So truly, I think for a lot of us, it's a labor of love. It's not a job. And I think if you're treating it as a job, and I think my husband's one of those that treats it as a job sometimes, and that's why he burns himself out. And see, that's why you don't want to do that. So you don't want to keep pushing yourself. Now, sometimes I push myself to put out content to make sure I have pretty original content. Try to, stay on top of that and don't let long lapses go without me putting some kind of content out. But, my health hasn't been good the last 2 or so years. Um, it really got bad whenever, COVID hit. And, I'm not going to go into all that stuff. So there's times when I have to take off. There's times when I do regular things with people that they've got to take off. And, I'm so flexible about that. This, again, this isn't a job. Families, kids, uh, your 9 to 5 job, all of those things take your health, take precedence over these streams. And I think everybody that comes into my streams on a regular basis understands that. And I probably really don't need to be telling you guys about this, but sometimes I feel like a little explanation is in order, um, for why stuff might not be as exciting that I'm personally doing, or why I'm not on here as much as I used to be, or any of that. But again, I think most of you guys, if not all of you that come in here on a regular routine basis, you get that. So I'm going to go over and give everybody a refresher on things that are coming up. Of course, Wednesday, I'm planning on me and TJ finishing up our Monsters episode discussion. We're on the third and final season. We're going to be covering the last half of the episodes. I'm thinking of Monday evening doing a birthday eve, kind of like a celebration screen. It's not a stream, not screen, stream. And I don't know. It'll just be a variety of things. Again, I am not trying to copy off of CK when he had his birthday bash. I'm not going to call it a birthday bash or a big ass birthday bash or anything like that. If anybody wants to come in on the stream with me, and or if anybody wants to come in and say happy birthday for Tuesday, Dana, um, you know, I'm not gonna say, and I'm not putting down anybody that does this. Um, I'm not gonna get on there and say, hey, here's my wish list link. People get me shit. And again, I'm not putting down anybody that does that. If you want to do that, that's your prerogative. But I'm not going to do that. I won't, I would never turn down a gift because, I'm only human, right? But I'm not saying that people need to do that, or I'm not saying it's a requirement to come in the stream or anything like that. It's just going to be a celebration stream. I may talk about, I may try to come up with some different birthday themed horror movies, or horror movies that have to do with birthdays that aren't the traditional ones, like some of them that I'm going to talk about tonight in the Daily Grindhouse, and see if I can come up with a little something different, that I can do in connection with my impending birthday. On my birthday, I don't know. I may take the night off, may not do anything, but then, of course, TJ and I will be back Wednesday, to cover the last half of the Monsters episodes. And by the way, the birthday stream will more than likely start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I will try to get some promotion out there tonight after following the watch along for Death So again, the next couple of drive-in movie nights, Friday, June 9th, is the Devil Made Me Do It night. We will be watching The Exorcist and The Omen. June Friday, June 16th will be Cannibal Night. We'll be watching Cannibal Ferox and Cannibal Holocaust. As I said earlier, at the end of May, I have the whole month of June planned out as far as watch-alongs. June 10th, again, that's a few days after my birthday. And guys, if you see me waving, we've still got a few of these straggler fruit flies. The house has been hotter and, well, not as hot as hell, but, it's been pretty muggy in here, especially back in this back room. And even though, I try to keep everything all sanitary, keep all liquid up, not have any spots of liquid out on countertops and everything, these suckers, we've been fighting them. We got them to let up. We really did. But like I said, when the house gets muggy, they seem to want to spawn out again. So I guess we're just going to have to deal with this periodically and fight them. We've got spray for them. But every once in a while, a few stragglers will get back here. And I don't know if they're attracted to the light from my computer, this overhead light, what they're attracted to, but they want to swarm around my head. And so if you see me doing this, it's just because they're aggravating the shit out of me. So, as I was getting ready to say, June 10th, which is a few days after my birthday, I will be doing a watch along for Bloody Birthday. And on June 11th, it will be Nightmare on Elm Street 2. June 17th, in honor of the impending Father's Day holiday, we will be watching the original Stepfather. June 18th will be the John Cusack vehicle High Fidelity. June 24th will be Just Before Dawn, and June 25th will be the hilarious Caddyshack. So that's some of the stuff that is coming up. And you know me, I usually have a few surprises there along the way as well. All right. So we dropped down to 4. There were 7, then 6. Well, now it's back up to 5. It fluctuates. And it fluctuates usually when I'm blabbing my ass off. So let's go ahead and get to the Daily Grindhouse. Let's kick this off with the intro here. All right. So, Reg, I can hear him kind of squealing around out there, so probably he will want in soon. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about during the Daily Grindhouse is, and I know those of you that watch Garrett, Born to Be Rad, he's already did a review for the 4K of The People Under the Stairs, basically saying, is it worth the upgrade? Now, I have not seen Garrett's video yet, so I can't really make any comparisons between what he said and what I'm about to say. So if those of you that are in here have, you can feel free to fill me in on if he said yay or nay as far as should people upgrade or not. That'll be fine. Otherwise, I'll probably end up watching his review at some point in time in the near future. However, please take into consideration that the only other version of this movie that I had was a DVD. So anything is going to be probably a humongous upgrade for me. There is a Blu-ray in this as well. But keep in mind, guys, I have not watched the Blu-ray. The only version I've seen is the DVD version. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So I put this in for a few minutes just to get a look at the quality. And, I noticed, and again, people might say, hey, Dana, you need to tweak settings on your TV, which I totally take into account every time I look at one of these that I think looks a little dark, that I think maybe I need to tweak something. Maybe I need to, give this one another try and tweak it. So I'm taking that fully into account here. But I thought even daylight scenes, I mean, I expect scenes inside their apartment at the beginning to be a little darker, but I noticed even street shot scenes in the daylight seemed a little dim, a little dark. Didn't seem like it popped as much as I've seen some 4Ks pop. But it wasn't awful. I mean, it to me it was worth my money to get, because other than shots looking a little bit dull and a little bit dark, um, the clarification on it was amazing, of what I saw. So, I probably will have a better understanding once I watch all of it, but that was the indication I got from about the first 15 minutes of the film. So if you love this film, if you love The People Under the Stairs, this was a movie that had to grow on me. I've said that before. The first time I watched it, I didn't really much care for it. Now I really, really like it. And so, hence me getting it on 4K. So I may take a look at the Blu-ray too as well, so I can kind of do a comparison, a proper comparison between the Blu-ray and the 4K. I just haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. But in my opinion, if you have the ways and means to watch a 4K and you're a big fan of this movie, I say go for it, because the transfer looks really, really good. It just, a little darker in some spots and a little more dull. But again, there are settings that everybody can pretty much tweak on their television. So that may be the case, with me, that I may need to do that. Okay. So next, and I know I did a birthday eve kind of thing last year before my birthday, the night before my birthday. And I know I talked about these three movies, that last time. And I don't know why I'm yawning. I don't know why when I get back here, I freaking start yawning. I was not yawning back there. I think because it's so freaking warm back here, actually. It just really makes me tired and just wears me out more, getting hot and sweaty back here. So I know that I've talked about these three movies, but I'm going to talk briefly about them again. If you're a theme type of person like I am, and every time a holiday comes around, including my own birthday, I like to have some horror films to watch around that time or even on my birthday. So Bloody Birthday's always in that repertoire of movies. And this is the Arrow release, as you can see there. See the little Arrow, logo on there. This is, one of the newer, Blu-ray releases that they put out of this. So, in case you say Bloody Birthday rules, Texas, well, thank you. At least I picked one good one out of here, right? So, in case there is anybody watching this or anybody that might watch this later that has never seen Bloody Birthday, going to give you a quick and dirty rundown on this movie. The Bad Seed meets Halloween in this deliciously twisted early 80s slasher thriller from director Ed Hunt, who also did The Brain, by the way. I don't see a lot of Halloween in this one, but I do see The Bad Seed. I also see Village of the Dam in this as well. And starring bona fide screen queen Lori Lethen, who was also in Return to Horror High and The Prey. Debbie, Curtis, and Stephen may look cute as buttons, but their angelic facade conceals a wicked, murderous bent. 10 years after the three were all born during a solar eclipse, the Twisted Tots begin a ghastly campaign of murder and bloody mayhem. Only babysitter Joyce Lethan and younger brother Timmy, played by Casey Martell, who was also in E.T. and Growing Pains, and I also believe he was one of the kids in the Amityville Horror, one of the brothers, can stop these deadly little darlings before it's too late. Mixing the killer kid subgenre with elements of the then booming slice and dice movie, 1981's Bloody Birthday shocks and appalls with its scenes of young children shooting, strangling, and bludgeoning their way through the local population. They sure don't and can't make them like this anymore. And I would have to agree with that completely. So this is a special edition from Arrow, and it does have some pretty cool special features. There's brand new audio commentary with director Ed Hunt, brand new audio commentary with The Hysteria Continues, Bloody Babysitter, a brand new interview with actress Lori Lethan. It's only 8 minutes long, but it's really good. Bad Seeds and Body Counts, a brand new video appreciation of Bloody Birthday and the Killer Kids subgenre by film journalist Krista Alexander. Starships and Killer Brains producer Ken Gord on the cinematic career of his friend and collaborator Ed Hunt. Archival interview with executive producer Max Rosenberg. Original theatrical and promo trailers. Reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Timothy Patides. Now, I like this artwork, so I kept it on there. But I also like this classic artwork as well, of the hand coming through the cake. The title Bloody Birthday is on there, and the fingers are serving as candles too. Okay. Guys, I'm still suffering from sinus issues too, so it makes me a little dizzy and stuff. I've taken medication for it, but just if I kind of look a little glassy-eyed or something like that, that's probably it. Okay, so the next one is Happy Birthday to Me, which we've already done a watch-along for, starring Melissa Sue Anderson and Glenn Ford. Since I've just done a watch-along for it, I'm not really going to go into the plot of it. However, if anybody watching this would like me to do a really deep plot synopsis for Happy Birthday to Me at some point in time, I'd be glad to do so. So the third one is Madhouse, which this was a movie that I did not hear about for a long time. I just kind of ran across this. I can't remember if it was something that Steve had downloaded or what it was, but somehow I came across it in the last few years, and I was like, this is a really cool movie. This is also an Arrow release here. So, again, in case you don't know what Madhouse is about, let me give you another quick and dirty plot synopsis for this. Well, thank you, Texas. A lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, but there's several people that don't really much care for this movie. I think they think it's kind of slow. This is helmed by legendary producer and director Ovidio Asantis, the man behind such cult favorites as The Visitor and Piranha 2: The Spawning. Madhouse is a crimson-soaked tale of sibling rivalry taken to a terrifying and bloody extreme. Julia has spent her entire adult life trying to forget the torment she suffered at the hands of her twisted twin, Mary. But Mary hasn't forgotten, escaping the hospital where she's recently been admitted with a horrific, disfiguring illness. Julia's sadistic sister vows to exact a particularly cruel revenge on her sibling this year, promising a birthday surprise she'll never forget. An Italian production shot in Savannah, Georgia, Madhouse, a.k.a. And When She Was Bad and There Was a Little Girl, fuses slasher elements with the over-the-top excess of 80s Italian terror, resulting in a cinematic bloodbath so gut-wrenching that the British authorities saw fit to outlaw it as a video nasty, as if the other stuff wasn't reason enough to watch this movie. This is also a special edition, so of course we have some special edition contents. Let's see. There's brand new audio commentary by the Hysteria Continues guys. Running the Madhouse, a brand new interview with actress Edith Ivy. Framing Fear, a brand new interview with cinematographer Roberto de Attore Piazzoli. A Video Nasty, a brand new interview with producer and director of Video Asantis. Alternate opening titles, original theatrical trailer, and also a reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Mark Schoenbach. So this is the original, or this is the artwork. I think that's the new artwork, I believe, maybe. And then this is the other artwork here. This artwork actually seems reminiscent of The Omen in a lot of ways, especially with that big dog with the glowing eyes on there. Okay. So, I'm going to go check on Reg, and then I will be right back, guys, and we're going to get this movie started here soon. Don't you want to come in? Get out of here. You're coming in. You're coming in. Not really. Don't want to be stuck out here. There we go. You better pull yourself off, okay? Yeah. You want to go in here? I'm not sure where Darcy's at the moment. She may be back there with Steve, in which case I may have to go check and see exactly where she's at some point. So, it's hot back here. I wish it wasn't, but anyways. So, first of all, is there anybody, Texas or anybody else, that wants to come in live on the stream? If you know, I'm not saying that you got to do it now. If anybody comes in here later and they want to, I was going to try to keep my hat on, guys, but it's just making me, you know, they say if you keep your head covered up, that's where all the heat gets trapped. And that is certainly the case with me tonight. And it just really makes me dizzy when it gets super hot back here. So the hat has got to come off for at least a little bit. So if there's nobody that wants to join in right this second, that is perfectly fine. If nobody wants to join the whole time, that's fine too. You haven't seen this one, so you probably won't, Texas. Okay, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. So, if anybody else comes in here later and decides they want to, I will let me just put that link back in here so somebody doesn't have to scroll all the way back up to the top to get it. All right. So we got about 7 people in here right now. It's kind of fluctuating between 7 and 8. So I'm going to give everybody about a minute or two to get all queued up. Texas, are you queued up now and ready to go with the movie? You can just let me know in the chat, yay or nay. Or give me a thumbs up or whatever. My hair is just, I don't know what the hell is going on with it. It just will not behave. It just looks so wild. You ready? Okay. I feel like I'm going to start sticking this. I mean, it is hot back here, guys. It's about 90 degrees outside now. But at least I quit having those real, I guess they were like night sweats or whatever I was having for a while. And I thought I was going through menopause, or maybe I was going through that perimenopause or whatever they call it. Y'all don't need to know about my womanly issues, but that's what I thought was going on a few months back when I was so hot I could not stand it when I was trying to sleep. And I would throw off the covers and do all of that. And usually those are signs of, hormonal changes of some sort that's going on. And then it quit, but, I'm still hot back here when because this is the coldest room in the house when it's the winter time, and it's the hottest room in the house when it's summertime. So, because it's not insulated well, for one thing, this was an addition to the house way before Steve moved into it. And they did it on the cheap. And so, it's me and Steve that has to suffer with this. It is probably also why our electric and gas bill is so damn high. So, anyways. So, not hearing anybody calling out in the chat not to go ahead and get started. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the countdown while we got 9 people in here. Texas says he's queued up, so I'm going to take that as a good sign to go ahead and get started. So we're going to do the 3, 2, 1 countdown and press play when I get to the end of that. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, press play. So I don't know which one of these movies, either, Killer Workout or Death Ball, that you guys are going to think is the wildest. Maybe we can take a poll after this one's over. I like the way that they set up. See how it says Star Body Health Spa there? I love the way they set up the title here, and you're going to see how this kind of gets set up here. So we got people leaving the health spa. We got a lot of lightning. And dang, it just hit the sign. Y'all see that? Now it says Death Spa, right? And you're going to see Ken Foray on this movie, too. Here shortly. Oh, and Rosalind Cash is on here as well, which I was kind of surprised to see her on here. Hey, TJ. You say Vanessa Bell Calloway's in this. She was Tina Turner's bestie in What's Love biopic of Tina. Plus, she was in the What's Love music video in the 80s. Cool. TJ's always got the best trivia. So we got this pretty, sexy chick who's doing a dance routine here. You're watching on Shutter. That's right, TJ. It is on Shutter as well, in case anybody wants to watch it there. Hey, Blair. So, I mean, I guess you could call this a an exercise routine too. And she's doing the sexy, hip grinding and all of that. But I don't think it's as audacious as Killer Workout because I think she's really seeming like she's doing it more for a dance routine. So now we see somebody coming up behind her, and who could that be? We're going to see, well, it's Marvin, but Marvin is played by none other than Ken Foray. Yeah, Blair, we should all eat popcorn at the same time. I've got my popcorn, but I don't know if anybody else has got any or not. So they got these fancy, I guess, for the time period, cards to get in, I guess, to the locker room and the showers. She's all sweaty, so I'm guessing she's gonna either take a shower or do something. And TJ, you say it looks better than Killer Workout with the cam work and the production value. So for those of you that like to see a little TNA, you're getting that right here. So she's pretty much, I guess, in a sauna, spa, I guess a sauna thing. And I never could understand this because if I was already hot and sweaty from doing a workout or a dance routine or something, I think the last thing I'd want to do is get in the steam bath. I don't want to take a freaking shower, but that's just me. Of course, this is a lot sexier. TJ, you say hers are real. So we're going to find out that this health spa, is run by a computer, basically. And so something is obviously on the fritz here. That could have been a great 3D shot if they wanted to, with her hand going through the glass like that. So, in case you don't realize what movie that is, that's A Hard Day's Night playing back there. Um, and I thought that was so cool that A Hard Day's Night was playing back there. So evidently, this guy's got a phone call that I'm guessing this chick's his girlfriend, fiance, whatever, that she's been injured. And you're also going to find out soon that this guy, he was having a nightmare about some woman that was burning up. And you're going to find out that there was basically something wrong with his wife. And supposedly she ended up killing herself by burning herself up. And so now his girlfriend has been injured really bad. She's in the burn unit at the hospital. He's looking for her now. And evidently her eyes were injured. And a lot of her body. The doctor's saying it's not as bad as it looks. But she has sustained burns over portions of her body. And by burns, I mean chemical burns, chlorine vapor. TJ, you said, wait, did she jump through the little window? LOL. So perfectly placed Pepsi can there, too. So it looks like it's business as usual at the good old health spa here. And we see that the guy that was going to visit his girlfriend in the burn unit is, I guess, the owner of this health spa. Yeah, exactly, TJ. Kind of like the opening of Killer Workout, Naked Girl, Fire, etc. But they didn't have Kim Foray in the other movie, though. They had Ted Pryor, but not Kim Foray. So there's a guy that, you know, wants to try to show off in front of the chicks, and he can't really hold that weight up. That guy looks kind of like he could have been in Hall and Oates there. So now you're seeing that guy there, the blonde guy, um, is showing how they can control everything basically with the computer in this health ball, which to me doesn't seem like it's too good of an idea. Well, there's Rosalind Cash there as one of the detectives. And they have an appointment to see the head guy. Michael, I think his name is. And TJ says that's Merritt Buttrick from Square Page. You know, TJ, I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Square Page, though. I know of the show, just never seen any. And the guy that was, showing the other guy how the computer basically can control everything was Michael's first wife's brother, or is Michael's first wife's brother. Reggie. Hey, Gory Tiger. We're in the middle of watching Death Ball. All right. So, David, a guy there, is being pretty sarcastic to the two detectives. Um, he seems a little, cocky, I guess. So those are old-fashioned computer printouts, by the way, guys. Reggie. So here's the chick that is going to try out the new diving board. TJ, you say y'all played Kirk's son in Wrath of Khan and Star Trek 3. Cool. So as you can see there, something is coming loose with that diving board, and there it went. So evidently there's all kinds of accidents that are going on at this health ball. Final Destination vibes, exactly, TJ. So Michael's basically telling David he thinks there's a glitch in the system. And, he's basically putting the heat on David to, fix it, whatever the issue is, and don't be screwing around with stuff. So we find out that Catherine, his first wife, um, and David were not only just brother and sister, but they were twins. And we find out that evidently Catherine was pregnant and didn't want to have the baby. So evidently they're gonna, I guess, be having some kind of costume party soon. So this guy, this one detective, is just a real piece of work here. Um, so basically, Rosalind Cash's character was saying, "Did you read the printout about his first wife? She crisped herself, burned to nearly unrecognizable." And she said, "Does that tell you anything?" And he said, "Yeah, I need to tell my wife to start smoking in bed." So you got some, pretty unsavory characters all the way around here. Sorry, guys, I'm answering a text here. My aunt is still planning on coming to see me on Wednesday, and she's trying to work out all the details. TJ, you say the wife is a pain, humor goes back decades. So now we got some more, chicks working out. And, this chick's fixing, I guess, like smoothies or something. I don't know. So pay attention to that because that's going to come into play later. So this guy Michael, he seems a little, overly friendly with all the staff and the clientele. Female, I mean. You said that was Vanessa Bell in the yellow with the black belt, TJ? So Michael's suspecting David again. He says, "What's with the goddamn bird's nest?" So here's more TNA group shower for you guys. Yeah, you guys gotta love these slow motion shots of these chicks soaping themselves up. But now it seems like things are going wacko again. Things are getting really hot in there. The tiles are flying off the wall. Hey, Blissful, that's okay. Um, you guys can basically come in here anytime you want to. These two chicks here, I think, are hit on Michael all the time. They want to, they want to really get together with him. Okay, yeah, this is just, it's obvious. I don't know how many shirts this guy has with the Flintstones characters on it. Really? Wow. How cold is it there, Blissful? So we're about to see something, something traumatic's going to happen to this guy right here. And the resistance is increasing way more than it should. I'm basically tearing this guy apart here. So you basically got the lawyer telling Michael that if you put this stuff on manual, you're going to ruin this place. TJ, you said it looked better than the poster. I agree. Okay, I had forgotten it. It's Mardi Gras that's coming up. Oh yeah, distract him. Remind him that he's gotta go pick up Laura at the hospital. Yeah, TJ, a lot became famous 80s and 90s TV actors in this. So I can't recall how good she's seen right now. I mean, it's basically like she's still feeling of stuff and things like that. And then, of course, she's still got bandages over her eyes, which this is, I'm sorry, guys, but this is very bizarre that they're thinking about getting it on when she's still basically blinded by the accident. I mean, I don't know. It's just short of being cringy, I think. Oh, I don't know, Blair. I'm trying to think James Belushi movies, and I'm drawing a blank. Maybe somebody else can fill me in here or pick one. Yeah, sexy veggies, TJ. Does anybody else think this stuff is cringy? Or is it just me? Well, I would say that for John Belushi, but if Blair's talking about James Belushi, Blair, you're saying taking care of business. That's what you say. I'll be listening and then watch. I mean, I think this movie has some decent kills in it. So I'm guessing he's meaning to surprise her with something at the Hell's Fall, and um, not with what actually happens. Though TJ, you say not Vanessa, LOL. TJ, you say, oh yeah, the brother, LOL. I liked his sitcom. Did you guys see that? Blair, you say Real Men with him and John Ritter. That's a good choice. Oh, he's getting a message on there. Michael, I miss you. Which seems to be coming from his first wife. That's right. That's right, DJ. She gets stabbed in the neck, but her face is effed up. Oh well. Um. So yeah, that was in bad taste for Darla to do that, in my opinion too. So you're kind of wondering why is the chick laughing as she's pouring gasoline on herself. So he's telling Laura about Catherine. He feels like Catherine's still around. And Laura's like, well, even in death, she's still got a hold on you. So Michael's evidently going to see a paranormal specialist. I don't remember it per se, Blair, but the title sounds familiar. And I thought I remembered something with him and John Ritter. So, guys, I'm going to step away and run to the restroom real quick, and I will be right back. You talking about my chair, Blair? Yeah, I guess it kind of does look like Darth Vader. The poet you say, I seen that film, Real Men, not bad. So here it may get a little confusing here of what exactly is going on. But evidently, I'm thinking there was maybe some incestual stuff going on between David and Catherine, and evidently it's still going on. Um, and I guess she's wanting to make David, do things to people, and he's basically telling her, I can't do this anymore. We're hurting people. But Catherine's an evil bitch, so she wants to keep on doing this stuff. I think he's got, is that sugar babies? So there's these chicks again trying to come on to Michael, and he's not really that good at, acting like he's not interested. I don't know what place that spot exactly has in a health spa, but anyways, I guess it's supposed to be one of those hip health spas. So I mean, this chick's not ugly or anything, but she's not that hot either. And so she's basically supposedly got a note from Michael to meet him in the basement. And she's so dense, I guess she really believes it's from Michael, and she's going to go down the freaking basement. TJ, he said for mud wrestling, lol. Blissful says Jello wrestling is more fun. I've never done either one, so I don't know. I TJ, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just saying Michael appears to be the kind of guy that would, want a hot chick, not just a cute chick. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say she was ugly. I just said she wasn't hot. And, look at Michael. He seems to be like he's going for the extra hot chicks, not just cute chicks. Um, didn't say she wasn't cute. I don't like her attitude. Her attitude, though, seems to ruin every bit of cuteness she could have because she thinks she's hot to trot. She thinks that that these guys just all want to be with her, and an attitude like that will ruin anything for me. A chick could be gorgeous, uh, and if she was gonna be like that, I wouldn't, I couldn't back the character up in it. You say, well, I'm just saying, attitude has a lot to do with it. TJ, you say I'm darn handsome, and I go for just cute chicks. You're not a bad looking guy at all, TJ. Uh, you can go for cute chicks. You can go for hot chicks. So now the sprinkler system, it looks like, is activated. Um, and we got steam coming out of the pipes and stuff, it looks like. This chick is so dumb, though. Oh, oh my head. So now we got more like it's like acidic stuff coming out. Yeah, she's not good with water. But now it's like it's acid on her face and she like my eyes. And so I'm guessing maybe that's more of that chlorine type stuff or something. So she thinks it's Michael, but it's David. And so David says he's there because Michael asked him to check out the terminal there. I'm guessing the computer there. TJ, you say she ain't cute no more. Texas, you say Jurassic Park prequel. I really like the floors and stairs in that house though. Love that hardwood. Look at those old computers, guys. So things are getting weird now. So David's saying, it's weird that he would bring another woman here so soon after his wife's passing, or he said that in this case, he says my sister's passing. So she's trying to assure David that her and Michael didn't weren't involved when Catherine was still alive. Um, well, that's what he said. David looks like he's made of cream cheese. I think Laura's trying to find a way to get the hell out of there or get David out of here. David's basically not letting anybody in there. TJ, you say she sees right through him, lol. So that chick's like, screw Laura, I'm getting the hell out of here. So Michael's now looking for David. So my first thought would be like, why in the hell is she laying like that? She looked like she was dead or something. I mean, who takes a nap like that? So Michael's telling her, I didn't tell David to come here and fix the terminal. Evidently so, TJ. Dramatic effects supposed to think she's dead. Gosh, I'm yawning again. So, I don't know. Like, the attorney and the manager of this health spa are like, they're both in cahoots to screw things up. I don't know why they want to screw things up for Michael, but they do. I didn't ever really get that part of it. Me too, TJ. Wish I could afford a house by the water with a pool and jacuzzi. That's a good thought, Bliss. Well, you said my first thought was she was drunk. Seen it before, lol. Well, another thought I did have was maybe David drugged her and left her like that. Dude thinks he's Peter Venkman. Yeah. This guy sure as hell ain't the Ghostbusters. Well, I guess that's what's left of Cute Girl, TJ. So there's Catherine. And she's pretty much going to dispatch the generic Ghostbuster guy. Texas, you say, I was just going to say amateur Ghostbuster jinx. Uh, yeah, or we could say junior Ghostbuster. TJ, you say it's all in his hand, lol. So Michael's had another nightmare about basically Catherine wanting him to kill himself so that they could be together forever. So he's looking for Dr. Murray, the not so good Ghostbuster. Hey, John. So this is what happens when you get the real nice weekend package at the Red Roof Inn. That's right. Uh, John, you say sorry. Just stopping by a sec. Got to catch up on all these. Yeah, cool, John. I was glad you stopped in. Guys, I'm going to go grab something real quick here. Well, now Michael's finding out that the lawyer and his manager, the manager of the health spa, are in cahoots. Well, so they're basically saying, you know, you guys mess things up slightly. I take the fall for it, and you guys basically get ownership of the health spa. But they say David had nothing to do with it. So basically, this chick is calling him a prick, which he is, and she wants nothing to do with him now. So basically, Catherine has taken over David. Um, she's basically invading him body and soul there. TJ said, "Where was his shirt?" LOL. So basically, it seems like the only two people Michael can really trust is Marvin and Laura. So Michael's pretty much got everything on manual now. So you kind of got a little bit of a psycho vibe going on there because we saw somebody. I mean, this is David's place, but we basically seen somebody walking by the window that looks suspiciously like a woman. All right. And I can't believe like the detectives are just like, oh, okay, go ahead, break in. That's all right. We're just going to turn the other way here. And that's a cringy picture of Catherine and David there. There's a wheelchair there. I mean, the shots that you keep seeing supposedly of Catherine burning herself up are pretty creepy. Probably a psycho. I love that. So now he's telling this guy that David might show up and be dressed like his twin sister. So the story gets more and more twisted. So here is the Mardi Gras party, evidently. DJ says it's the perfect movie for Pride Month. LOL. People are sure acting like it's Mardi Gras too. This other detective though, Rosalind Cash, her character's pretty okay, but the other guy's a sleazeball. Yeah, TJ, you're right. If it wasn't for Mardi Gras, I wouldn't think this was New Orleans. Oh, so is that Catherine there? That sure looks like Catherine. But that guy's too busy watching the shenanigans going on. And now he knows her. He's like, excuse me, how'd you do that? So looks like this chick's gonna get naked. And then he says, well, I guess you could stay for a while. Nice arms. Hey, Coco. You say, hey, dudes. Okay, yesterday when you watched LA Workout, I was thinking of this movie. Oh, what, Killer Workout? Yeah. I mean, they're in some ways they're similar. So now Laura can see again. So she's got her sight back. Yeah, I got a funny feeling that's not Jeffrey. Something tells me that's not Jeffrey. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that was kind of funny. Uh-huh. TJ, you said, just realized why I remember Catherine from that evil cat movie, The Uninvited. Yeah, that knife appears to be real. Well, not 100% alike, Coco, but I feel like some of the themes are similar. You say you watched about 10 minutes of this movie a few months ago. I'm not saying that they're alike. Just got confused. I live in a state of confusion. Fun. So do I, Coco. So do I. So the quality of this Blu-ray, I will say that it's good enough where you clearly see the peach fuzz hair on her upper thighs. I don't know why this detective thinks he's God's gift to women though, but he's looking at her ass awfully hard. Right, TJ? How do you not see him barely hiding behind a chair? Coco, you say I saw the artwork for this movie and thought it looked cool as hell, so I decided to watch. Yeah, the artwork. I mean, to be honest, the artwork is a lot better than the movie. With that tagline, "You'll sweat blood." Evidently so, TJ. Purrs have big egos. So we've actually got another tanning bed. Yeah, Coco, it is badass. I mean, and again, if you compare it with the movie itself, the movie is not as great as the artwork. But that happened with a lot of movies. Blissful, you say. A lot of law enforcement doctors are like that. Sorry, Mr. Policeman. I have my own cuffs. Old computer printouts there, by the way. Oh, man. Jeffrey got messed up. So Catherine's saying, hello, sweetheart, welcome to my party. So she's officially taking center stage at this party. And he's wanting to know where Laura is. To which Catherine says she's working on her tan. Let's what you say. Texas is my best friend. You're supposed to monitor me, especially when 71 isn't around. So basically, she's saying, I'm going to destroy this place and everybody in it if you don't kill yourself and join me. Let's see, Coco. I am, well, hold on here. I'm an hour and 10 minutes, 39 seconds in. There's a lot of nudity in this. A lot. Yeah, yeah. So they dubbed her voice for reasons? I think that's the sleazy lawyer. That was so cool, though. I forgot about that. That is awesome. So that now it's, now it looks like David. David in her nightgown. Yeah, exactly, TJ. Very fulgy, gooey gore effects. Well, Coco, the good thing is a lot of this stuff you can go back and watch on the replay. It's, it's completely okay. And, usually every weekend I have more watch along. So I've got a Bloody Birthday coming up this next Saturday and Nightmare on Elm Street 2 on Sunday. Um, and the Saturday one will be 7 p.m. Eastern time, and probably the Sunday one will be 6 p.m. Eastern time. Coco, you say there's a wheelchair on far. I guess poor Laura, she's really taking some abuse in this film. Extra crispy. Yeah, she's not original recipe. She's gonna be your extra crispy. Yeah, you say that's true, Dana. I can always watch at a later date. Oh yeah, I love Nightmare on Elm Street too. TJ. So crossed her legs lady like when tying her up, LOL. She threw Ken Foray through the window or through that glass. She says everyone in this place is going to die. All because Michael won't give in to her and kill himself. I think he must have been TJ. You said was Ken's stunt double way smaller than him. God, what a sleazoid. Uh-oh. Remember earlier when she did that little prank? It's what you get for doing pranks like she did. Um, Coco, if you're talking about Rosalind Cash, yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff, including a lot of TV. Now he's crying like a bitch too. That's what he gets. I'm sorry, but this scene, I love this scene. Basically, everything's coming to life in here. Look at that. Sort of reminds me of the half animals in Return of the Living Dead. I do too, Coco. Party scenes in these movies are always good. That's right, DJ. People are gutted and scream and live, but the girl gets her hand cut up and dies. There's Rosalind Cash again. Yeah, Fletch dies. No, you're not going to get Fletch. That looked like, I'm sorry, but that looked like hot dogs in her exploded head. Chick's having way too much fun there. And then, of course, everybody's trying to get out of there. And how many times have we seen this? They crushing people up against doors and windows trying to get out of this place. This kind of reminds me of Carrie here with things being on fire and people running. So yeah, believe it or not, guys, this movie is just about over. That chick's gonna burn again. She just looks like she got a little sunburn there. Yeah, I'm so claustrophobic, Coco, that I could not, I couldn't even begin to think about getting into a tan bed. And Killer Workout had a tanning bed scene at the beginning too. That's right, TJ. Always wear sunscreen. What was that ear laying there, wasn't it? So now it says death ball again. So I'm kind of surprised to hear or see on the subtitles Rosalind Cash saying, "Oh fuck this computer shit," and she takes out her gun. Um, Coco, you say, "Thank goodness I don't got to worry about tanning." TJ, you say, "Catherine laughing at her own joke as usual." Yeah, Texas just stepping all over everybody. Yeah, nice try, Michael, as she's melting and oozing and still trying to get up. So get a freeze frame on Catherine looking strangely like the Grinch there. Uh, Coco, you say I just screamed that dude's face. Um, yeah, most of the leads survived, TJ. That's right. And Tane McClure, I just saw that. I believe she was in Crawl Space. I think she might have been the blonde that was fooling around with the attorney. So Solly Marks, you see that name in the stunt player. Solly Marks, I think, did stunt work on. I know one thing in particular. Solly Marks did stunt work, and he also played. Uh, I guess technically one of the killers in Silent Madness. I guess you could say the main killer. Ooh. So Texas and anybody else that this was their first time watching this, I'm just curious about your thoughts on this particular one. And did you think it was better or worse than Killer Workout? I love that generic effects, MWS generic effects, the special effects. You say Tane was also Ellie's mom in Legally Blonde. I Legally Blonde is another movie I know of, TJ, but I don't know if I've actually sat down and watched it. You like this one better than Killer Workout, Texas? But if you ever want to have a double feature where there's, exercise places where killing happens, you can definitely have one with these two movies. Um, Actually, yes, I agree. People Under the Stairs is baller. Now I think that. A long time ago, I didn't think that, but now I do. I think this movie also had some pretty decent music as well. There's actually a lot of music in this. TJ, you say never watched it all the way through before. Very 80s. Was a good watch with a group flick. Less convoluted than Killer Workout, I'd say. Yeah, definitely. This one is more straight ahead. Um, and I believe both of these came out at the same time, both 87. Okay. Actually, you say Zoomers love their movies dark, as in they can't see shit. You got to put them settings to old people mode. That's right, X-ray. That's all right. Um, Texas, you agree with TJ? Yeah, I would have to agree with you guys as well because the plot did get a little overly complicated in Killer Workout, and honestly, it didn't need to be. Nice ending theme song. Coco, you say, I just saw a checkerboard shoe. I love a good checker print. Well, guys, we still got 8 people in here, but unfortunately, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired again. I really hate this. Um, that it just seems like I just cannot, you know, sometimes I do stay up late, but that's usually because the streams go on as long as they do. But probably gonna have to cut out of here in about, I guess I could stay on here another 5 minutes if y'all want to ask anything or bring anything up or suggest anything, including, any movies you'd like to see me do watch alongs for. But I've had fun both nights doing these, even though I couldn't, Sally couldn't get anybody to join me live on the stream. Um, I didn't see Uncle Bill or CK again tonight, so evidently those two are really, really busy with something. It might be Dead Pit related, it may not be. Um, but I hope to see them maybe in some of my streams here coming up. I'm just sure that they, I know they were busy with something that was important to them. So I hold no ill will towards them for missing my streams. Now I know, as I said, I'm gonna do my my birthday celebration stream tomorrow night, probably starting about 8 p.m. Eastern time. Now, I do know that Uncle Bill is starting his tour of Italy, but it's not starting until 10 p.m. Um, tomorrow. So I probably will be done with my birthday thing by then. So you guys won't have to worry about missing films of Bruno Mattei, Uncle Bill's tour of Italy. Um, the plan is that I'm going to be on one of those tour of Italy shows. Oh, good question, TJ. You say suggest Slumber Party Massacre 2. Um, Also, when are you and the DP guys going to watch Evil Dead 2013? I said I would never, ever, 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 ever watch that damn remake again or sequel, as Dirk calls it. But I guess if the Dead Pit Boys wanted to do a watch along for it or a fan commentary for it, I guess I would relent and do it for you guys and for them. But I'm going to have to get with CK on that. I don't know. Slumber Party Massacre 2, TJ, I can definitely put that in the wheelhouse. I was sitting here trying to remember, have I done that one already? I couldn't remember if I'd done that already. I'll go back through and just make sure I haven't done it already. And if I haven't, I'll be glad to add that. Thank you, Texas, for bringing that up because I keep meaning to get with you about, when we're going to do the John Waters thing. You say we should talk this week after your birthday stuff about doing our John Waters retrospective. Exactly. If you want to talk to me on here or you want to message me on Facebook, Texas, whichever way you want to do that. And that way we can kind of pin down a date and time and all that stuff. Coco, you said I was going to use the blender to make some guacamole, but having second thoughts now. Yeah, TJ's right. Just keep your hands out of the blender, Coco. Yeah, I do remember doing the first one. I just couldn't remember if I did the second one or not. And like I said, if I have not done the second one, I'd be glad to do it upcoming. Texas, you say sounds good to me. Awesome. So I got about another minute or 45 seconds or so before I need to get off here. So if there's anything else anybody wants to bring up here, I guess speak now or forever hold your peace. It is now 8:15. I'll give it another few seconds. Or maybe to 8:16 just to be on the safe side. Oh my goodness, guys. This being tired all the time is just for the birds, I tell you. So, but I do want to thank everybody for joining me tonight for this watch along. Say something outrageous. I don't know. My brain is about to go on vacation here, so I don't know. I can't come up with anything outrageous right now, Texas. But I do want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight and joining me for the Death Spa watch along. Again, tomorrow night I will be doing my birthday celebration, and hopefully I will not go over 2 hours so everybody can. If I do, feel free to jump on over to Uncle Bill's tour of Italy, where they're going to be talking about Bruno Mattei films. I may want to jump in on that when my birthday's or pre-birthday stream is over. But Tuesday, probably just take the night off. I am a Gemini. My birthday will be on Tuesday, Coco. I'll probably take that evening off from doing any streams unless I get a wild hair and decide to do one. Texas say it was great viewing weekend. Much appreciated. You are very welcome. Thank you for the little, I guess that's a celebration birthday emoji, TJ. So, with all that being said, I'm going to skedaddle on out of here for the night, and I will see everyone on the flip side. Y'all have a good night now.